Hi, good morning, my dear students. Once again, welcome back to the third episode of our geography chapter, that is India physiography. Okay, physiography is the scientific and systematic study of the geographical features. Okay, and in first and second episode, we were discussing about the northern mountains, including the um, Everest, the Himalayan mountains, okay, and about Himalayan rivers. And when we came to northern plains, we discussed about the northern rivers, which is emerging from the northern mountains and the fertile regions of northern plains, okay, including Punjab, Haryana, some part of Haryana, okay, Himachal Pradesh, etc. So today we are focusing on the peninsular plateau. The peninsular plateau. Okay. So the river Narmada divides in the northern the peninsular plateau into two parts. That is Chota Nagpur plateaus and the Malwa plateaus. Okay. And this area, the peninsular plateau is highly populated because this region is very fertile, and as the name shows, the peninsular plateau, this is plateau region, this is elevated region, and the climate is also very comfortable. Okay, and plateaus are not just like mountains or valleys or hilly what we say down areas. Okay, it is elevated area, but the surface is flat. Okay, or we call it as table land. Plateaus are also known as table land because of its shape. Okay, it is just like a table. Okay, whereas mountains are its top point is just like a one point, you can see that point, we call it as the peak. Okay, so you know that Mount Everest is the biggest mountain peak in the world. Its height is 8,848 meters, or approximately we can say, we can round into 9 kilometers. Okay, so when we discuss about the peninsular plateau, we can let us find out which are the states covering through these regions. Okay, so we can see Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Telangana are the places covering through these regions through the peninsular plateau. They are Madhya Pradesh, the middle part of India. Okay, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Maharashtra, it is located nearby the northwest part of India. Okay, and in Maharashtra we can see Mumbai, and Mumbai is the biggest seaport in our country. Okay, biggest seaport in our country. And Andhra Pradesh, okay, we know Visakhapatnam or Vizag is also located in Andhra Pradesh. Karnataka, in Karnataka we can see Mangalore is a famous seaport. Mangalore, okay, and Karnataka, Tamil Nadu is also located in the peninsular plateau. Okay, and Telangana. So these are the states covering under the peninsular plateau region, and this region is very fertile, and agriculture is the main cultivation of this region. Mainly the farmers cultivate sugarcane, rice and cotton in this region. Okay, this land is very good for the cultivation of rice, cotton and sugarcane. Okay, and that is about the peninsular plateau. Next, let us go to the coastal plains. Okay, the coastal plains of South India. Okay, in the western coast, in the western part of India, we can see its coastal region starts from Gujarat to the Kanyakumari, and again from Kanyakumari to Kolkata. Okay, so listen here, the western coastal region is divided into three coastal regions. The top is known as the Gujarat coast, and the middle is known as Konkan coast, and the southern part is known as Malabar coast. Actually, this Malabar coast starts from Mangalore to South Kanyakumari. Okay, and Konkan coast start from Mangalore to Gujarat coast. Okay, Konkan coast start from uh, Goa to Gujarat. Okay, and Gujarat coast start from and from Konkan, the end of Konkan coast to the top, it is known as Gujarat coast. So we are dividing into three. They are Gujarat coast, Konkan coast, and the Malabar coast. Okay, all the majority part of Kerala is also covering through the Malabar coast. And when in the east, when we go to eastern part, that coast is known as Coromandel coast. Okay, Coromandel coast, and these coastal regions are abundant in minerals because of the presence of sand. Coastal regions are fully covered by sand. Okay, and this some type of sands are very precious. Okay, and our archaeological survey of India have been uh, excavated many regions for mining process. Okay, and these regions are very fertile regions, and the majority people in the coastal regions are fishermen. Okay, because of the presence of Arabian Sea in the west, Indian Ocean in the south, and Bay of Bengal in the east. Okay, and when we discuss about the coastal region, western coastal region, Mumbai, we can see Mumbai is the biggest seaport in India. Okay, and moreover we can see in the western coastal region, we can see Mangalore, Calicut, Kochi, Marmagova, Panaji. These are the important seaports or coastal regions of India. Okay, and when we come to Kerala, we can see lagoons or salt water lakes, or we call it as backwaters. This is one of the beautiful sceneries of Kerala, and many Europeans are coming. They are visiting Kerala because of this backwaters, and they are living on the lakes for many days on the boat. Okay, so these are the things we are discussed in these the peninsular plateau and the coastal plains of India. So I hope you understood these two areas. So coming deserts and islands we will be discussing in the coming session. Till then, take care. Have a nice day. Thank you.